Hello, this is Blue Leader, and we're here in Hawaiian Gardens, where they have a total of 32 superchargers. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Let me give you my initial impressions of the supercharger and the surrounding areas. Initial thoughts. First thoughts, you're next to a card casino. They've got a nice Polynesian theme with a volcano out front. Can't miss it. So if you're into the card playing casino thing, this might be the place for you to supercharge. Initial feelings, nothing too outstanding. You may think you're going to be charging in a special place because there's signs surrounding this gated supercharger area that say valet parking only. If you have a Tesla, you can easily just slide right in without any incident. Initial concerns, not very concerned. You're at a casino, and where there's a casino, there's security and there's bright lighting. So there's bright lights during the daytime, and during the evening, I'm sure that it's very well lit as well. Thank you so much. Please hit the like and subscribe to show your support. And if you know anyone that wants to hang with us, make sure you share the content over with them. Thank you very much, and hang tight for the guest review.
Supercharger seems very clean. That was my first impression. There are some that you walk up to and you can see right away they're not the cleanest places. This one does seem to be very clean. There are quite a bit of chargers, which is obviously very important. I'm not sure if it's always empty like this, but there's only like 3 or 4 other cars, maybe like 7 other cars getting charged. So that was my first impression, was the cleanliness and the amount of chargers. The surrounding area is perfectly fine. It's close to a freeway, that's convenient. I'm sure pass by it all the time going to different places right here on the 605, so the surrounding area is just fine and serves its purpose just well. I do know that this street is definitely a very busy street, and there's tons of things up and down the street here. I have been to the Hawaiian Gardens Casino before, which is where we're at in the parking lot here, and I would dare to say that they got some pretty good food in there. I think it's a little underrated. Probably people are not too familiar with eating in a casino, but you can walk in there, go to the restaurant, get some food, walk right back out. Don't lose any money on the way.
Good advice. Now, if there was no supercharger here, would you still come back to this parking lot?
Probably not, unless I was going to the casino.
Jack, what's the first thing you think of when I say these numbers? Okay. 0101.
2001 was definitely a great year. January is my birthday, so.
Very cool. Happy birthday. This one's gonna be tougher than I think.
Uh-oh.
3 numbers, 87, 89, and 91.
God. Well, I came to the United States in 1987, so that's definitely an important year or important number to me. 89 and 91, not too much to say about those either. I guess they're just kind of boring years along the life.
They're tough numbers to think of. I'll give you a hint, Jack.
I think I got it.
What do you think?
Gasoline.
Gasoline, very good.
Took me a second.
Before you got your Tesla, how much were you spending on gas a week?
I had a small little pickup truck, about $100 a week.
Wow, $100 a week,
yep.
Sometimes more.
Yeah.
So in a year, you're spending over $5,200 a year.
At least, yeah.
So what have you been doing with that money since you haven't been spending it on gasoline?
There's plenty to do with the excess money that's left over. I mean, the possibilities are endless of what to do with the money.
What's the furthest road trip you've taken in your Tesla Model 3?
The furthest I've taken it has been to San Diego and back. Recently I did go to Vegas, and I thought I should have taken the car, and I kind of got a little hesitant and didn't do it, but along the way to Vegas saw a few chargers, and that'll probably be the next furthest place that I take it, would be to Vegas. But San Diego's pretty far. It was over 100 miles each direction. I made it back home without charging. So I live in La Habra, so I went from La Habra to San Diego and back, and I did not need to charge on the way back. The ride was great. I believe about an hour and a half each way for where I was going, and perfectly fine. No issues with the ride. I love the cars. So
before we take off, Jack, do you have any final words of wisdom for the people out there?
You won't miss gas stations very much, and you definitely won't miss the money flying out of your wallet when you go put gas all the time. Get yourself a Tesla. It's great. I love it. Can't complain. looking for my next one now as we speak, honestly. So,
Excellent. Way to plan ahead. We'll see you later, okay?
all right, thank you.
If your Tesla Model 3 had a fridge in it, what would be the first thing you put in it?
I'm gonna keep it PG and say 7 Up.
7 Up and
7 and 7.
7 and 7.